So hello there guys, how you all are doing? I hope you all are doing fine. We are again back with a new video in Leetcode Marathon playlist, and this time on how to reverse an array. So this is a very easy question which we are again targeting just for beginners, but the solution is quite interesting. We will try to learn in such a way that we wouldn't forget it till our lifetime, because trust me, this is very interesting approach. Moreover, this approach follows two pointers which will be coming a lot in DSA soon. So let's start solving this question, and stay with me if you haven't followed this channel till now. We make contents on DSA, Rust, games and all, everything whatever I can cover. So kindly subscribe to channel, it helps in the growth of channel. So here I have written our approach as well as what we need to do. So we need to reverse an array. You can see here our array is 3, 4, 6, 8 and 2, and we are reversing it directly opposite to 2, 8, 6, 4 and 3. So this is the pseudocode which we are following. We are taking array and its size n. So if you are coding in Java, you don't need to take the size because you can get that using array.length. But yeah, if you are coding in C++, you need to explicitly take its size. Now what we are doing, we are initializing two pointers, low and high. Low is the 0th index of the array or first element. In this array it is 3. Moreover, in high we are taking the last element or the arr.length index. So arr.length will give us the last index of the array. Now we are iterating this loop till our low is smaller than high, and in every loop we are swapping low with high. So how we are doing it? We are initializing our temp variable which will be low, then we are assigning low equals to high, which will make our low as high, and later high as temp. So this is how we are doing it.
Intelligent.
You can see here, first of all we have our low as 3 and our high as 2. So this is the dry run where we have 5 elements, that is odd number of elements. So what will happen now is, while low is less than high, so in our first iteration we have our low as 3 and our high as 2. So it will check whether low is less than high or not. Here low is our index, that is 0, and high is our index, that is say 4. So let's write the indexes as well. So in the first iteration we have our 0th index and our 4th index. So is 0 less than 4? True. So we will just reverse these elements, and what we will get is 2, 3, 2 at the first place, 3 at the last place. Now our low becomes 4 and high becomes 8, that is first index and second last index. This logic we have written here. So we are just doing low plus plus and high minus minus. So this is our whole logic. We are on every step we are swapping the elements, as well as we are incrementing our low and decrementing our high. Now the low is 4 and high is 8, which is first index and third index. Now we are comparing whether low is less than high. So correct, low is less than high. So what will happen? We'll just swap 4 with 8. So the new array which we have here will become as 8 here and 4 here. Now our low will become 6, as well as high also will become 6. Now our logic will be whether low is less than high, that is whether 2 is less than 2. So it is incorrect, right? So this loop will fail and it won't do anything with the 6. It will be as it is. So this is our output of array 2, 8, 6, 4 and 3, which is exactly reverse of the present array. Now let's do one more dry run, but this time of even number of digits, that is say 4 digits. Let's write the indexes first. So we have our indexes. Now let's compare the elements. So in the first iteration, the low, that is 0th index, and high, that is 3rd index, it is checking whether 0 is less than high, that is 0 is less than 3. It is true, right? So what will happen? We will reverse our array. Let's write the output reversed array. This is 2, 3. 2 at the 0th index and 3 at the last index. Now low increments by 1 and high decreases by 1. So now again it tests whether low, that is 1 this time, is less than high, that is 2. So it is true. Now what will happen? It will again swap 8 with 4. So our new array will be filled with 8 and 4. So this is the exact reverse of our previous array. So this is the code that we are following here, and this will help us to get our logic done, that is reversing an array. So now we are done with pseudocode as well as dry run. So now let's code it out in our terminal. So let's open our terminal and we'll open our Leetcode directory. We'll fire up in Vim. Let's create one new file in arrays, which will be reverse array .java, obviously. Now we will open it. We'll name the package as arrays. Again we are doing this because we are in the directory arrays. Now let's write the pseudocode for class, and let's write the pseudocode for main. So this is done. Now let's initialize an array. Now let's create a function that provides us our result, that is reverses the array and provides us the reversed array. Let's name it as reverse, or let's name it as array reverse. It will take input as ARR, and we just need to print that out. So let's define our function or method, whatever you want to call it. Public static int array reverse, which takes an integer array. Let's write our code. First of all, we'll define int low as 0 and int high as arr.length. Now let's write our while loop, which will be while low is less than high. So now let's write the swap logic. It will be int temp equals to ARR of low. Then we will have ARR of low, which we will reverse with ARR of high. And lastly, we will reverse ARR of high with, say, temp. So our reverse logic is complete. Now we will write our increment logic. So this will be something like low plus plus and high minus minus. So we are done. Now we just need to return our array. We are returning the original array because we are doing everything in place. If you want to clone the array, make a new array and then clone the stuffs there. If you want to return the initial array as well as reverse array, we are not doing that because in every question they ask like that to reverse and in place. One mistake which we are doing here is we are traversing till length. So why this is a mistake, let's know. So well, actually in this array our length will be 1 2 3 4 5. So the array length is of 5 elements. So if we do our high as arr.length, it will take high as 5. And if we try to access our 5th element, which is not at all present in array, it will give us an error. So that's why to access the index, we always do arr.length minus 1. So now what we will do here as well, we'll change it to say n minus 1. That's it. So we'll write n minus 1 here. It came out of the box, but it is fine. So for printing our arrays, we can use this class, that is arrays. Then we can have a function on it, that is toString. Okay, to string and we'll provide our array, that is res. We could also have used a for loop to print an array, but this is one of the new methods that we can use. It just gives you the string output of the array. So we can see our array was 3, 2, 4, 16 and it is now 16, 4, 2, 3. That is completely reversed. Now we will add one more digit here so that we can see whether it is working for odd number of digits as well or not. Let's add 10 here and now let's just run it. And it is done. Our array is reversed. So you can have a quick glance at the code. This is our complete code and efficient one. So here our time complexity is theta n. Why we are saying that? Because if there are say 4 elements, our loop is traversing only 2 times, that is n by 2 times. So we can term it as theta n. Moreover, our space complexity is theta 1. Because we are using constant space, we are not using any space. Whatever space is taken by the function stack is just being used, nothing else. So this is it guys. This was all for our question, that is reverse array. Let's meet in the next video. Hope you understood this solution. If yes, kindly like the video, comment out any queries whatever you have and subscribe to the channel. See ya, take care.